guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours, but mainly, of course, we're going to focus on the election that took place yesterday. I'm going to give you guys a quick overall and a quick recap of everything that took place yesterday, followed by some Barcelona transfer news and Barcelona news roundup over the past 24 hours. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Let's start off with, of course, election day yesterday. Of course, we all know the outcome of the election with Joan Laporta being victorious and is currently the Barcelona president. That feels so good to say. Of course, the day started off in Spain at 9 a.m. local time when the voting polls opened, and they were going to be open for the next 12 hours. You had from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to vote. Of course, early on in the morning, you had the three candidates making their votes: Joan Laporta, Victor Font, and Toni Freya, and Carlos Tusquets voted alongside with them. And then we had some familiar faces voting. Of course, some of the first team players of Barcelona. You had Sergio Roberto, one of the captains, Busquets, one of the captains, Jordi Alba, and the surprise on the day was Lionel Messi. Now, if you remember in that last Sexta interview that Messi did, I believe in December or January time, he said that he was not going to vote. But earlier in the morning, he contacted Joan Laporta and told him that he's going to be going to vote in the morning. So in the end, him and his older son, Thiago, ended up going to the voting polls and casting their vote. And we also had a lot of Barcelona legends coming and voting as well. You had Garcia Pimienta, not really a legend, but he was a Barcelona B coach. He went and voted. Bojan, if you remember him. Carlos Puyol went, Ricky Puig went, Luis Enrique went, of course, a legendary Barcelona coach, and his assistant coach, Carlos Unzué, he voted as well. Eric Abidal voted as well, and of course, the two rats also voted in Bartomeu and Rosell. Now, during the time of the voting hours, there were rumors coming out saying that Koeman did not want to vote because he didn't know whether or not he was a member of the club. He used to be a member, but when he left Barcelona, he did not keep his membership card. So Koeman was considering voting, but he didn't know if he could or not. So in the end, he didn't really bother going. So we're deep into the election time, probably around 6 to 7 hours in, and we were getting reports that one of the club members went to vote and was told that someone else had already voted for him with his ID. At the club, they said this was very strange, and they didn't know what may have happened. Now, this sparked a lot of rumors saying, uh-oh, is Toni Freya about to rig the election? We have someone coming in saying, I didn't vote, but apparently I voted. That raised a lot of concern, but in the end, that had no effect on the election, and finally, the election polls closed at 9 p.m. About half an hour after the polls closed, TV3 came out with their predictions on the night. Of course, TV3, very, very reliable source, and usually when they predict it, they always get it right. And they came out saying that Joan Laporta on the night had 58.3% of the votes, with Victor Font getting 31.3% and Toni Freya getting 9.3%. And the funniest thing that happened on election day was an actual member of the club decided to come to the Camp Nou to make his vote for the Barcelona president, and he decided to write down on the sheet that he wants Samuel Umtiti as the Barcelona president. So as you can see on the screen, these were the three presidential candidates reacting to the TV3 coming out with those percentages and with their prediction. And as you can tell, Laporta was very, very happy. He knew at that moment that he was going to win this presidential election, and they started partying. They didn't even wait for the official numbers. They started partying. They started partying, they started yelling, Barcelona chants, Football Club Barcelona, la 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 la, ole, hola, se Barça le Alemany. Chants were just starting all over the place in that Joan Laporta camp, and they were over the moon. Victor Font and Toni Freya were very, very worried, saying, oh, we're pretty far behind. It isn't really that close. Even with the, mail-in votes that they haven't counted yet, it's going to be pretty much a Laporta win. Shortly after that, they started to count the polls on the night, and Laporta was creeping his way, making a bigger gap between him and Victor Font. Of course, Toni Freya was just way behind. He's not even in the conversation. And once the gap was starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger, Victor Font went to Laporta and conceded the election, said, you know what, you've won this, there's no way I'm coming back. Congratulations, hopefully you'll be a good president for Barcelona, and I'm here if you need me. Toni Freya ended up coming in the last second saying, oh yeah, hey guys, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. Just trying to stay relevant. But in the end, the two losing candidates went to Laporta and congratulated him, and he held their hands up saying, thank you guys for running, you guys ran a great campaign, and I wish you guys the best in your future. So while the election night was coming to a conclusion, TV3 also did another separate poll besides from the election. They asked what should be Laporta's priority when he gets elected, and 65.7% of club members believe that Messi's renewal should be the top priority for the new president. And then speaking of Lionel Messi, there are rumors coming out saying that Messi is following the election with a WhatsApp group with the first team. Links were being passed around and comments were being made, so the whole entire first team were watching the elections together as a group. Then shortly after that, Barcelona announced that Joan Laporta has officially won the Barcelona elections. With 100% of the votes counted, Joan Laporta got 30,184 votes with 54.28%. Victor Font finished with 16,679% with 29.99%. We just want to quickly say fair play to Victor Font. He did very, very well in this election. He did a lot better than a lot of people expected, so fair play to him. He had a very, very strong campaign, but in the end, we had to go with the experience of Joan Laporta. Toni Freya ended up with 4,769 votes with 8.58%. By the way, one of the things Laporta has to do is those 4,769 members that voted for Toni Freya revoke their memberships and get them the hell out of here. After Barcelona officially announced that Joan Laporta has won the presidential election, they started partying again, popping champagnes, back with the Barcelona chants, Football Club Barcelona, ole ole, so Barcelona started singing the Barcelona anthem as well. Then the celebration started to die down a bit more. Then the rumors started flying in. Firstly, coming in from Mundo Deportivo, they came out saying that FC Barcelona legend Victor Valdes will return to the club as a goalkeeping coach, but he will be the goalkeeping coach for La Masia, not the first team. Then Mundo Deportivo also came out saying that Jordi Cruyff is the main candidate to become the technical director of FC Barcelona. And then they released on the screen right now the full list of Joan Laporta's board of directors, and as you can see, Jordi Cruyff is going to be the sporting director. You have Victor Valdes as the goalkeeping coach for Barcelona, and of course you have Mateu Alemany going to be the negotiator, and of course more names will be coming out as we go on in the next couple of days. And then at the end of the night, Joan Laporta stepped up as the president for the first time in public and gave a victory speech. I want to quickly go over that speech and let you guys know what he said. Firstly, start off by saying that good evening, everyone. Thank you for your congratulations to me. I want to thank all the members who participated in this election. It was the most important election in the club's history. It was the longest campaign in the club's history. Thank you to everyone. We are all a team, and that's why we won. I want to thank all the members, the Electoral Commission, and everyone who contributed to the success. I want to also thank everyone who helped us during my campaign. And our campaign is going to be based around Johan Cruyff's philosophy. Also, thanks to all the players of the men's and women's team for voting. Thanks also to our parents who made us members of this club, and now they are not here with us. They will be very proud of what we have achieved today. Thanks also especially to all the media. You have done an excellent coverage of this election. Aside from winning today, the best thing that happened was Messi came to vote today because he loves Barcelona. We are one big family. We all want Messi to continue, and we will make it happen. Messi's been at the club for 20 years now, and since he was 14 years old, Messi participates in an election for the first time. Seeing the best player in history with his son voting today was absolutely amazing. And we will try our best to motivate Messi to continuing at Barcelona. The club is for the members, and it will stay this way. And a round of applause for Font and Freya. They were amazing, and now we have to unite for the greater good of this club. Despite Barcelona's difficulties, we want to bring back joy to the club, and we will do it. Do not ask what Barcelona did for you. Ask what you did for Barcelona. Visca el Barça e Visca Catalunya. And that concluded Joan Laporta's victory speech. I just want to quickly mention, of course, while he was giving this speech, his team were all wearing masks, of course, and they all had the number 14 in representation of Johan Cruyff. And after the speech, they all sung the Barcelona anthem and walked off the stage. Now, after those remarks that Laporta made about Messi during that victory speech, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Joan Laporta is planning to sit down with Messi over a contract renewal after Wednesday's game against PSG, although he has hinted earlier that he could call Messi's dad, Jorge, before then. And of course, to end off the day, the Catalan-based newspapers all came out with Joan Laporta as the front cover, congratulating him on becoming the new president of Football Club Barcelona. Let's now get into the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, coming in from Fabrizio Romano saying that currently no club is really close to signing Erling Haaland. Borussia Dortmund will fight to keep him, but there is a huge chance that he will leave if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. With Laporta being elected as the Barcelona president, expect more rumors about Haaland be coming in. Of course, Laporta has a very good relationship with his agent Mino Raiola, so expect way more rumors to be coming in soon. Also, in that same podcast, Fabrizio Romano came out talking about Laporta Martinez, saying that Laporta Martinez will extend his contract with Inter for the next 5 years. He was very close to joining Barcelona last summer, but the club's financial situation meant that they couldn't pay his 111 million release clause. Inter Milan wanted the release clause to be paid immediately, not in installments, and that made it impossible for Barcelona to get the deal done due to the financial situation. They offered players like Junior Firpo and others, but Inter rejected it. Just want to keep this in the back of your mind. If there was no pandemic, no COVID-19, Laporta Martinez would have been a Barcelona player, and Bartomeu would have activated his release clause. And finally, in that same podcast, Fabrizio Romano also said that Pep Guardiola really fought to try to keep Eric Garcia at Manchester City, and he is sad that Garcia is leaving for Barcelona, but the 5-year agreement for Barcelona is ready, and as soon as Laporta is in, they will sign the deal. This next one's coming in from Sport, saying that Barcelona have been offered the chance to sign a highly rated Bayern Leverkusen center back Edmund Tapsoba. His price would be very, very high at 40 million, but Tapsoba's agent is Deco, and the former Culé will try to lower his price tag for Barcelona. Now, at the end of this video, we're going to talk about some of the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Of course, again, with Laporta being elected, he has a lot of contract situations on the table that he has to deal with. Firstly, Mundo Deportivo talked about Miranda, saying that Real Betis already have an agreement with Barcelona loanee Juan Miranda for the next 3 seasons. Miranda's contract is running out this summer. However, the club has an option to extend it for the next 2 seasons. And Real Betis is also interested in Oscar Mingueta as they look for a low-cost right center back. Mingueta's contract ends in June, but Barcelona have an option to extend for 2 more years. The new president will decide his future. And Ousmane Dembele's situation will be one of the first issues to be solved by Laporta. There is currently no agreement between him and the previous board. He will either extend his contract this summer or leave the club. And the final player's contract that Laporta has to deal with is Ilaix Moriba. His contract ends in 2022, and Laporta is expected to close the renewal as soon as possible, knowing that a lot of teams are interested in Moriba. The likes of Manchester United are interested in him, so he wants to sign him on a new deal as soon as possible. And the final thing I want to mention is that the home kit for next season has been leaked and it's on the screen right now. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Of course, it would look way better if it had UNICEF instead of Rakuten, but overall, I really like it. I'll probably give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Let me know how you feel about it down in the comments below. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down below, of course, on everything we discussed. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match preview for Paris Saint-Germain versus Barcelona in the Champions League. Take care and Forza Barca.